What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Mike FX speaking, and we're back again with another video. This is our weekly review. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys had a profitable week. I hope you guys had a great week, and we are back. We are back. We're really back now. We're gonna look at some of the trades we took. Um, some of the trades we took. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys had a profitable week, and I'm sorry this video came a bit late. It's a Sunday. The analysis video will drop just after this one, so if you're watching this video, it's highly probable that the analysis video is out already, because I'll just drop them um, right after each other. So as soon as I drop this one, the analysis video will follow. So thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure that you like the video. Please like the video, subscribe, click that notification bell so that you get notified every single time I upload a new video, right? Thank you guys. Please leave a comment, share with me some of the trades you're looking at. Tell me, I see today we're just, I just uploaded this new music that is playing in the background. Just let me know if you guys enjoy it, if I should uh, keep it going, or I should just take it off and just I'm trying new things here. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. This video is gonna be short, sweet, and just very valuable. So let's get straight into it. So the first pair we're gonna look at is EURAUD, right? So with EURAUD, some of you guys know that we took this sell a couple of I'd say weeks ago, some days ago. So we took this sell here. This is kind of our swing trade on EURAUD. We'll be holding this trade for a couple of days, so probably weeks, I don't know. So as you can see, we are close to break even now. Stop side break even. So if price comes and taps these areas, I'll be out of this trade, right? So but we did take some couple of trades during the week. As soon as I recorded that video, if you have not watched our analysis video, please click the link. I'll put the link up there, somewhere up there. Please click the link and you get to see what I'm exactly talking about here. So we saw a nice ascending type pattern being broken to the upside. We saw momentum push to the downside, and we saw price coming up correctively. There's the correction that I was telling you guys about, that if you did not execute any positions, then you can still wait for the break of this area and a retest, right, which we got right after that video. I think this was on a Tuesday. On a Tuesday, we saw price break this area and close below it. We closed below, pushed a little bit down, and we came up very correctively. And even though we broke up, I was looking at this candle here. When I was looking at this candle, I would say, okay, we are rejecting this area. If we can get just a little bit momentum to the downside, I'd be ready to execute it myself. But as you can see, we didn't get that. As soon as that candle closed, we saw another undecided candle, and we finally saw some momentum to the upside. And as you can see, price broke, and I knew it was not going to be up there for long. So we saw price push to these areas and gave us a nice, I don't know what you can call this candle, because it's not probably a hammer. We saw a hammer here, and I wanted to see some momentum to the downside before I execute. I could have executed right there when we got that candle down up there, but I just wanted to be more confident about it and have more confluences. So as you can see, we saw price gave me a nice push to the downside. This bearish candle was kind of my signal, so I executed myself. And as soon as price hit my 90%, I was home happy. I didn't want anything more with this one because it was a scalp, so I was out of this trade. So as you can see, price came down. Now it's coming up correctively, so we'll have to see. We'll talk about in our structure, in our analysis video, and all of that stuff. Let's look at EURUSD, right? EURUSD on the daily, we saw price approach this area of support, very strong area, and we said we don't know if price was gonna break through this area or give us a nice rejection, just like we saw here, push to the upside, right? So we were waiting for that. If you drop to the 4-hour, I told you guys that price was coming to these areas carrying a lot of momentum. I didn't like seeing all this momentum pushed to the downside. So I was like kind of expecting price to probably impulse all the way to this area and give me a nice continuation pattern to the upside before I can be ready to see to expect bearish movement here. But as you can see, as soon as we are approaching these levels, we saw price moving down very correctively. We saw this nice descending structure. As soon as I saw that, I knew that we were breaking. And I remember this candle, it was it no, it wasn't NFP. What was it? Yo, I can't remember. I think between FOMC or CPI, course CPI, between those two, I think it was CPI or FOMC. It can't be FOMC. For sure it's CPI because FOMC is usually late. So this was CPI, and as you can see, when these news came out, they just pushed price right out, and as soon as price broke this level, I put my buys above this level of resistance there, and I was triggered in, and as you can see, price just shot up and came down correctively. And then on I think this was on a Friday. This was on a Friday when I saw this descending structure, this descending type pattern. I put my stops at break even, and I made sure that I put my orders above this level of resistance. As soon as price broke, I was in, and as soon as it hit my 90%, I was home happy. I didn't want anything more. I was happy with it. So that was kind of it on EURUSD. Let's move on to NASDAQ. Some of you guys know that with NASDAQ, I don't usually swing. I day trade it. So I execute positions every single day on NASDAQ. So let's get to see some of the trades we took. All right. So this week was very interesting with NASDAQ. So Monday I did not trade. I didn't trade on Mondays. And then on Tuesday, we saw price. This was on a Tuesday, by the way. Yeah, let's sell here. On Tuesday, we saw price coming to these all-time highs, right? Coming to these all-time highs and forming and giving us a nice ascending wedge. You can call this whatever it is, but I see an ascending wedge. We see price making higher highs and higher lows, but making higher lows faster than it's making higher highs, right? Creating this ascending wedge. So as some of you guys know, we were expecting bearish momentum. We were expecting price to be falling. So I put my orders on the third touch, as you can see. First touch, second touch. I think this is a third touch or a double top. I'm not too sure. So let me just show you guys exactly how I executed on this trade so that you guys can get maximum benefit from it. So as soon as price gave me this double top, I think it was a double top, I waited for price to come back to these areas. I wasn't looking to sell down there. I was looking for price to come back to these areas, to this third touch, and probably to this double top, or probably a third touch, right? So as soon as price came up with this candle here, it wicked to the double top area, and as soon as I saw that, I was okay. I was anticipating to enter, but I was like, okay, still a bit risky for me, so I want to see some momentum to the downside before I execute, right? Before I execute, I wanted to see some momentum to the downside, and as you can see, the next candle was a little bit bullish, but the next one was very, very bearish. That was more than enough evidence for me that we were going to the downside. So I took this position a bit early because it was around 2, and the market opens and it becomes a bit volatile around 3:30. So I took this position. I was kind of light. I went in a bit light. I didn't go too heavy with it, and as you can see, we shot straight to TP, which was down here, this recent low, right? So we shot straight to TP, and as if you guys can see, hey, it looks like I closed a bit early because price just rallied all the way down, all the way down, all the way down to tap some of those areas down there, which I cannot talk about in this video because it's gonna be too long. So as soon as I got my 48 points, I was home happy. I was on to the next trade, right? It was on a Tuesday. On Wednesday, hey, Wednesday was very interesting, right? So Wednesday came, I saw this huge impulse to the downside, and when I opened the market, I was looking at something like this, right? I was looking at something like this, so I was expecting a push to the downside. So I was expecting price to probably give me nice corrections and probably shoot to the downside, right? I was expecting something like this, and so I convinced myself that okay, we're having a lot of momentum to the downside, right? Judging from this huge move, right? Then I was like, okay, previous resistance turned into support. We saw this support here, support, but I was not looking to sell here, so I waited for price to break close below, and I was looking for price to come back to these areas for a retest. So I didn't execute on this one, which I should have, but as you can see, we don't see any candlestick pattern that really confirm to be that we're going down. So we just see a bullish engulfing candle to the upside and then some momentum just to the downside and all of that stuff. So I waited for price to come back to these areas, gave me a nice hammer, and then a bearish engulfing candle, and I executed myself. But as soon as I did that, I started to see potentials to the upside, because when I zoomed out a little bit, I saw that, oh wait, we are making lower highs and lower lows here. We are making lower highs and lower lows, so price could potentially go to the upside today. You can use this one or you can use this one, it's the same thing. As you can see, we're making lower highs and lower lows, so I was like, could be going to the upside, I don't know. So I just held my position, and as you can see, this is the CPI. Sorry, you guys, this is the CPI just hit me on TP and we were out. So you could have seen this one coming, but I was just like, okay, I don't like to analyze the market while I'm in positions, because so. But that happened on Wednesday. We took this L. Yeah, just I didn't want to trade anything else. As soon price rejected, came down to my entry, I did not want to execute. I was like, okay, it's fine, I'll come back tomorrow, right? And then this is Thursday, right? On Thursday, let me just see which one is relevant here. Let's remove this one. We just use that decimal structure on this level is kind of significant. So on Wednesday, okay, we saw that okay, maybe price is not really going to the downside, and as you can see, with that descending structure breaking to the upside, and now we're seeing another descending structure here. So I was like, okay, price could potentially shoot to the upside today. So I waited, price came down to this low, came down again to this low. I could have bought here, but I was like, okay, I took a loss yesterday, so I have to be a little bit more careful today. So I didn't execute any buys. I could have, but I just waited for price to break our highs. So as soon as price broke these highs and closed above with that which one, I think it was this candle, it triggered me in this one. I just wanted some some more confluence, some more evidence that we are truly going to the upside. So we started breaking highs and price came up a little bit, and 330 came. I was a bit light on this one because I knew that price could potentially come back to these lows to test them before shooting to the upside. So as you can see, price dropped. I held this whole drawdown here. There's about I don't know, 50 pip drawdown, or maybe I don't know, about 50 60 pip drawdown. I held this one yeah, because I knew that the market was going up, and I knew that we were potentially going to test some areas of support before shooting to the upside. So I just held my position, right? As soon as price came back to these areas, came back, I bought again. As you can see with this one, I bought again, and then I put my TPs all the way to on most recent high. Actually, it's not our most recent high, but we held this position overnight. So on Friday, I was kind of anticipating. Let me just remove some of these things just to make things, because now it's getting a bit messy here. Maybe these ones too. Okay. So on Friday we were holding some positions from wait, where did my orders go? I don't know where my orders went. Oh, but on Friday, nevertheless, but on Friday we were breaking these highs, and if you can look closely, we had a descending structure there. We had a descending structure here, which we broke right here. So more confluence that we are coming all the way up to this high right here. So that's just what I waited for. Price break, we create this low. As soon as we came back to this low, we wicked below. This was a perfect entry, guys. As soon as price came down to this low, we broke again. Some manipulation, catching sellers on the wrong side of the market, but I knew we were going up because we just broke our level of resistance there, and we are testing our lows now. Break, retest, we came back up. As soon as we saw momentum to the upside, I just bought somewhere here. It was somewhere, I'm not too sure. We just bought somewhere here. Our TPs were all the way to the upside, right? Beautiful trade on NASDAQ. So that was it for this week. I'm sorry this video is long, and thank you for staying with us till the end. Much love, you guys. We'll see each other very soon in the next